Elon Musk has purchased a 9.2% stake in Twitter. The tech icon is now known not only as the leader in electric vehicles and rockets, but also the Twitter guy. Following the transaction, the king of Twitter became the social media platform's largest stakeholder. Musk has also been named for the board of directors. As if that wasn't enough, there's no doubt that things will heat up for Elon Musk and Twitter in the coming days. As they say, the poor will spend, the middle class will save, and the wealthy will invest. And I would venture to predict that the really wealthy will invest even more. This is exactly what the world's richest man has done. He's invested $2.9 billion in Twitter, acquiring roughly 73.5 million shares. Before we continue though, make sure to keep yourself informed and engaged by subscribing to the channel, clicking the notification bell, and turning on all notifications so you won't miss our latest uploads. Elon gained a 9.2% ownership in the social networking site as a result of his investment, making him the largest stakeholder. Jack Dorsey, Twitter's founder and former CEO, controls only 2.25% of the company. On November 29, 2021, Jack Dorsey resigned as CEO of Twitter. His retirement took effect immediately, and his post was filled by Parag Agrawal, who has previously worked as the social media company's chief technological officer. Indeed, when Musk makes a move, the entire world pays attention. The internet mogul is so prominent that a single tweet from him is enough to cause cryptocurrency values to change. Following the news that Elon Musk has purchased a $3 billion stake in Twitter, Dogecoin has risen 10%. Furthermore, after the business magnate purchased shares in the social media platform, the share price of Twitter increased by 28%. Elon Musk is expected to buy more shares in the coming days or months. Elon Musk, who has a net worth of roughly $300 billion, may buy more Twitter shares with a single click of his mouse. Elon Musk's decision to purchase a stake in Twitter did not come as a surprise for his ardent supporters. When Musk made a tweet on the 25th of March, it was clear that something was brewing between him and Twitter. Quote, "Free speech is essential to a functioning democracy. Do you believe Twitter rigorously adheres to this principle?" Tesla CEO Elon Musk is no stranger to Twitter polls. In November of last year, the internet titan held a Twitter poll asking his fans to help him decide whether or not he should sell 10% of his interest in Tesla. Elon Musk's decision to sell a portion of his stock was backed by 57.9% of voters. He wrote another tweet an hour after the one on Twitter's role in fostering free speech, indicating that he was up to something serious. According to the tweet, quote, "The consequences of this poll will be important. Please vote carefully," unquote. Elon Musk's question on Twitter the next day got a lot of people discussing. Is a new platform required? He asked in a tweet. More people believe that Musk was planning to launch a whole new platform to compete with Twitter and other social media networks like Facebook and TikTok. However, less than 2 weeks later, the internet mogul decided to invest in Twitter. It is customary for the company's largest shareholder to have a seat at the decision-making table. The same may be said about Twitter. Musk was appointed to the Twitter board of directors due to his ownership of the most shares in the firm. Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal confirmed Elon Musk's appointment to the social media platform's board of directors. In a tweet that reads, quote, "I'm excited to share that we are appointing Elon Musk to our board. Through conversations with Elon in recent weeks, it became clear to us that he would bring great value to our board," unquote. According to Parag Agrawal's tweet, Elon Musk was already in talks with the Twitter leadership when he made initial tweets regarding the social media site in the last week of March. Elon Musk, the founder of both SpaceX and Tesla, was overjoyed to learn of his appointment to the Twitter board, where he says he's looking forward to working with Parag Agrawal and the rest of the Twitter board to bring big changes to Twitter in the coming months. Despite being a huge lover of Twitter, Elon Musk has a few complaints about the social media platform. It's possible that the tech icon purchased such a big number of shares in the social media platform in order to improve it. Elon will make the Twitter algorithms open source as one of the big changes he will make. Quote, "The algorithm needs to be open source," unquote, the tech legend said in one of his latest tweets. He believes that the open source algorithm will increase transparency and, as a result, fairness on Twitter. Your Twitter page will include an edit button in the coming days. In typical fashion, the world's wealthiest man has conducted another poll, this time asking whether Twitter users require an edit button. Quote, "Do you want an edit button?" unquote. he asked in a tweet. The edit button is on its way, with more than 70% of online voters supporting the necessity for a Twitter edit button. Perhaps WhatsApp could take a page from Twitter and implement an editing feature. When there are no edit buttons on social networking sites, having to remove the entire message is really annoying. Removed messages make communication more difficult because the recipients on the other end will spend time attempting to figure out what was in the message that was deleted. Another user suggested to Elon that he incorporate the edit button in the same way that Facebook did, but the tech star seemed to reject the notion. Given Musk's rivalry with Facebook and its CEO Mark Zuckerberg, he would not want to use any of the massive social media platforms' technologies. Tesla's CEO even departed Facebook in 2018, and shortly after, he erased Tesla and SpaceX's Facebook pages from the network. He also canceled his Instagram account, which is a part of Facebook, a few months later. If there's one thing you can count on from Elon Musk, it's that he'll get things done quickly. In that regard, he will use his position as a board member on Twitter to advocate for major reforms in the coming months. It will be thrilling to see Twitter take on a fresh look. Elon Musk has established himself as the tech world's Mr. Fix-It. Starting with the Twitter case, he has decided to purchase a share in the social media platform in order to improve a number of concerns. He will undoubtedly work to make Twitter more democratic, fair, and transparent. The ability to solve problems appears to be in his DNA. His idea is straightforward. If he can't acquire what he wants, he'll make it himself. Let's go back in time to the year 2002, when the Russians refused to sell him rockets. Elon Musk was extremely disappointed. After 3 trips to Moscow, he returned empty-handed, but on his last trip back, he proposed to his colleagues that they start producing rockets. Following a major setback, a concept on a flight evolved into a profitable space enterprise. Elon Musk's SpaceX was the first private corporation to launch and return a spacecraft from Earth's orbit, as well as the first to launch a basic spacecraft and dock with the International Space Station. His Tesla cars have also revolutionized the entire automobile industry. Elon was named a Fellow of the Royal Society of London in 2018 in recognition of his significant contribution to science and technology. With such a distinction, he joins the ranks of other notable scientists such as Albert Einstein and Isaac Newton, who also carry the title. After Elon Musk purchased a 9.2% stake in Twitter, there was a lot of speculation in the tech industry. It will be fascinating to see if Elon Musk restores Donald Trump on the platform. As I mentioned earlier, the tech legend may expand his Twitter investment in the coming days. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is sitting on the Twitter board. I am optimistic that Elon will improve Twitter. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys in the next one, and remember, keep living life bullish.